What's going on, everybody? Also, what is this sass, Sean, to start the show? Hope everybody's doing well. Listen, we got a doggo sighting early on. Love to see that. Love to see that. He just got walked. That's actually why we didn't start exactly on the hour. He had to get. I had to pick up some doo doo. You know what I'm saying? Had to pick up some doo doo. Give the guy a treat. It's a good boy. It's a good boy. Speaking of good boys, whoo. Are we ready? Are we ready for this baseball slate? We have two left. And I'm going to be honest, I think I'm partially doing this show right now for my own thought process because oh boy, do we have a sweat. We have a sweat. And we're at that part of the playoff chase now where, listen, there's only 2 game weeks left, okay? There's only 2 game weeks left. This is a real live before lock. This is a real baseball live before lock because I believe it locks in just a couple of hours. Let's go over to Sorare right now. Before we look at the actual lineup, let's just go over to the championship because, actually, you know what we'll look. Can we look at previous lineups here? Let's look at the 12th to the 15th because what ended up happening is we got hot. We got hot, went on a heater, and as you can see in this championship lineup here, we finished 5th place. We finished 5th for 313 points. We had Springer go yard. Springer had 46. We had Yoshi, complete game, 41 points. Blake Snell with his 10 Ks, I believe, 48 points. You had Munoz with a save. Actually, Munoz a little disappointing. Vladdy Daddy woke up there, and then Cal Raleigh, Randy Arozarena both went deep when the game was out of hand. We love you. We love you. So it's just really good stuff here. And that lineup allowed us to move up. Wade Taylor in New York right now said, I'm on the subway without headphones. Could you sign everything and also teach me sign language? There we go, Taylor. Appreciate you tuning in just for the click, though. We always need them clicks. Oh, wow. Also, just some basketball news, some Jaden Ivey news. Oh, my goodness. Jaden Ivey underwent arthroscopic procedure to relieve right knee discomfort. Uh-oh. That's bad. Sar Thompson to the moon, maybe. So anyways, let's go back to this. We got to stay focused on the baseball. So this put us in 5th place, and you're going to see our guy Jump Shooter in here, right? Jump Shoot in the chat. We jumped up here. We jumped up quite a bit here, in giving ourselves a shot at, I don't know, maybe making some cold hard cash. Let's go over the championship. So if we go to limited here. Sorry, we're multitasking, which is turning into a nightmare situation, but we're making it happen. We're doing our best. Yeah, Jaden Ivey really can't catch a break. It's brutal. But if we look at the championship and we look at limited, look at where we're at. You see number 1, Lublo. You've been in the chat before. He's got 998 points. A real flex on everybody. Link 808. The 808. He's got 952 points. He's in 2nd right now. And then lo and behold, Mr. Jump Shoot right there. 924 points. He is in 3rd place. But guess who's on his ass? Mike Zakarian with 920 points. That's right. We are currently sitting in 4th. fourth of 760 people. We're currently in fourth place. And I think, like, we mentioned this last week when Jump Shoot came on the show. If you like game theory, this is for you, because we are now at such a fun place. So, like, and I think this is actually probably the most challenging one, because the next lock is just the World Series, right? And yes, there's some game theory, like, are relief pitchers more valuable? Who are you putting in your flex? Total, like, do you stack? Like, if this is a quick series, if you think one, like a National League team, say you think the Dodgers get through, you think the Dodgers are going to sweep or win in 5, maybe you like overload the Dodger bats, right? A lot of different ways you can go about that. But what I find fascinating here with this one is trying to figure out like what we do the rest of the ALCS and the NLCS, because right now, right, the Dodgers are up 2-0, and you've got the Mariners up 2-1. Next 2 games in the ALCS are in Seattle. The next 2 games for the Dodgers and the Brewers are in Los Angeles. And so the next 3 games, the next 3 games are in Los Angeles. So let's go look at just tonight's slate, and then we'll go from there. And I'll show you what I'm thinking about for my upcoming lineup, although I don't feel 100% certain on what I'm going to do yet. But here we go. So I'm looking at Roto Grinders right now. Shout out to RG, not a sponsor. So the first game tonight is the Brew Crew and the Dodgers. Now, the real disadvantage Milwaukee's at right now is pitching. So they're gonna roll out an opener here in Ashby, who will probably go an inning or 2. Lefty on lefty action for Mr. Ohtani out the gate. Hold on, let me get rid of this little ad there at the bottom. But when you look at this lineup here, now both of these lineups are confirmed, but you look at the total's actually gone up a half a run, because it was at 7.5 earlier, and I think this is with the pitching announcement here. Dodgers are -171 favorites. They've got a 4.5 run total, while the Brewers have a 3.51. Glass now versus Ashby. You got for the Brewers, normal stuff here. Churio, Terang. He's hitting second. You got Contreras, then Yelich in the cleanup spot. Mr. Vaughn, Frelick, Durbin, Bowers, Ortiz. The top 9 here for the Dodgers, you've got Mr. Ohtani, you've got Mookie Betts, you've got Will Smith, Freddie Freeman, Mr. Edmund, Teoscar Hernandez, Max Muncy, Enrique Iglesias, and Andy Paez. So I don't know what to make of this, because the Dodgers, like, if you think the Dodgers are scooping this one up, right? If you think the Dodgers are winning game 3, I mean, there's a real chance here that we just get a full-on Dodgers sweep, because they'll be 3-0 and they will be at home. Now, if you think, but I imagine that everybody else is feeling this way. But let's just go to the American League first, and then I can break that down a little bit more. So for the American League here, you've got Mr. as It's Hirsch, you just pointed out. Tonight we have Scherzer, Rogers, and Flacco all playing tonight. Max Scherzer as Jump Shoot, I think, shared in the Discord. First 41-year-old to start a ALCS game or something like that. So Scherzer's on the mound there. They've got a 3.65 run total. You got Luis Castillo for the Mariners. He's on the mound for them. He's got a 3.85 run total. So Mariners slight favorite here, but we're basically flipping coins, because there's no such thing as 0.65 runs or 0.85 runs, right? Blue Jays, nothing too new here, except for nothing new here. You got Springer leading off. Is it Luke's or Lucas? Nathan is up second. Vlad, who, as I mentioned, woke the F up. You got Vladdy Daddy hitting third. Mr. Santander, who I believe was scratched last game. Is that right? Now hitting cleanup. So they like the lefty, Santander's switch hitter, but they like him hitting fourth against Castillo. Then you got Alejandro Kirk after that, followed by Varsho. No, that can't be the correct pronunciation on Varsho, was it? It can't be. That cannot be correct, Amundo. Hold on one second. As I said, we are multitasking right here, which was a problem. Shouldn't have done that. Should not have done that. But we are multitasking. Accidentally entered an underdog draft, but this is the last pick right now, and you're not going to guess. Marvin Bagley. Marvin Bagley was the last pick, because somehow underdog has him labeled as a wing, which is a mistake. But anyways, let's go back. And yeah, as Patty's saying in the chat there, next three hard in LA, hard to imagine they don't close. Yeah, I kind of feel that way too. But let's go back to this lineup as I got distracted. Alejandro, Dalton, Mr. Barger, Ernie Clement, and Andres Jimenez. On Seattle side of thing, we've got Randy Arozarena, Cal Raleigh, Julio Rodriguez, Jorge Polanco, Josh Naylor, Eugenio Suarez, Dominic Canzone, Mr. Robles, and then J.P. Croft. All right, so yeah, as Patrick was saying, hard to imagine LA not winding this down. So like maybe Milwaukee steals one game, and if they steal one of the next two, that means we get three, right? So that would be three NLCS games. On the AL side, right, they're one game ahead in this series. This is game 4 for Toronto and Seattle, while it's game 3 for Los Angeles and Milwaukee. If you think Seattle goes bang bang, this could be a 2-game series. I am having a tough time gauging how everyone else is going to play this. We know we're guaranteed at least 4 total games in this game week, 2 in each series, right? We know we're guaranteed 4 total games in this game week. But I think the common take is going to be, if I had to like try to identify chalk, right, is that the Brewers are probably hardly played this game week. I don't think you're going to see a lot of Milwaukee guys. So if you are trying to jump a lot of positions here, and I'm saying, like, again, this is obviously not like real advice, but if you are chasing, as they say, this is like the equivalent of late swap in DFS, right? Where like, oh man, either the chalk hit early, so I need to pivot late or something like that, right? So if you are chasing, I do think running out like a Brewers stack, or not even Brewers stack, but a Brewers Dodgers stack, all of a sudden that's going to make you very, very different. Like, I don't think we're going to see a lot of Churio, who's had a really good postseason. I don't think you'll see a lot of Contreras, although I wish I would have been more excited about Contreras if we saw some lefty pitching. Maybe Yelich is the only semi-popular Brewer. And then same thing on the Dodgers. I can't really tell if people are going to jam in the Dodgers. I think Ohtani will be obviously a popular play. As Jumpshoot put in the chat, Glass now is the chalk starting pitcher. I agree with that. I think if you had to rank the percentage of starting pitchers that we see played, it's going to be Glass now, Gaussman, who's pitching tomorrow or the next game for Toronto. And then I guess Castillo after that, just because Castillo is like a known quantity, where otherwise we don't really know who's pitching these games for everybody. We do know Ohtani is pitching game 4 for the Dodgers. We do know that. So, yeah, I mean, I think for the Dodgers side of things, it's probably going to be like, I would imagine Ohtani is semi-popular as a bat. It's hard to own Ohtani. Like, it's kind of the Aaron Judge effect, right? Like, if you have the Aaron Judge card and the Yankees are in the postseason, you're probably playing Aaron Judge. And with the Dodgers, if you have Ohtani, you're probably playing Ohtani. I think what we'll see is some version of everybody playing Cal Raleigh, Vladimir Guerrero, Shohei Ohtani, right? Those are probably the 3 most popular fielding players. I think. And after that, I mean, maybe it's some combination of Julio Rodriguez, Mookie Betts. I don't really know. And then for the relief pitcher spot, I imagine everybody's going either some version of Roki, maybe Munoz or Hoffman. I don't know if anybody's throwing Uribe out there for the Brewers. I don't know if we would see that. But that's kind of where we're at right now. I think for me personally, I am going to play the chalk and glass now. Now, part of my thought process here is I'm only chasing 3 people. And yes, I'm chasing one person who's like 60 points ahead of me. No, like 90 points ahead of me. Jumpshoot who's 4 points ahead of me. And although Jumpshoot might see my lineup and then be like, I'll just run the same thing out, guarantee the podium, which would be a real dick move, Jumpshoot. And then the second place, which I think is like 30 points ahead or something like that. The other thing we have to remember, too, is that we are now getting to the point where we can start talking about dropping your lowest score, right? So the way this works, you had like the wild card round, then the ALDS, NLDS, ALCS, NLCS game weeks, and then you have the World Series as the final game week. So, and I imagine with the World Series, unless it's a 4-game series, which unless it's like a 4-game sweep, the World Series is probably going to count as one of your game weeks, right? The one thing I will say is that every single, like almost every single time we've done a show going into a new game week, the conversation has been like, well, this is probably the game week we drop, right? This is probably it. So we've said this every single time. I'm at a point too. I think this is another thing, right? Like if one of your game weeks was real shit, right? You had one real bad game week. You probably want a safer type build, because you don't want that like 140 point game week to count. I, on the other hand, am in a weirder spot that allows me to be a little bit more creative if I wanted to, because I have like here, I'll go back over to it. I believe I have like 185, 186, 2 something, and then that monster one this last time. So if we go to, let's go to my lineups here. Let's do which one was the first one? Was it this one? It must be, because yeah. So we started with 234 points. RIP my Red Sox, right? So we got a 234 in there. We finished 83rd. Then we followed that up with 186, which finished 74th. So 186 after that. The following week, I think it was 185, right? Yeah, 185 after that. I think this game week is going to be the one where we see people drop their score. There we go. Jump Shoot saying 156 is your low. That we end up dropping their score. And then, as I mentioned this past week, we came in 5th with 313. So an absolute monster game week from that one. So this is what I'm currently looking at right now. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to clear this out. I'm going to clear my lineup, and then we can build it together, because I'm curious if people have thoughts. And then Jump Shoot, don't ruin it on purpose. Don't say it's a bad lineup just because you want me to suck. All right, but this is what I was doing, and I used some of the cold hard cash, that I won this past game week, because I think I won like $27 with the boost or something. So I picked up a glass now because my pitching options weren't awesome. So I have Brian Wu, who's probably going to work out of the bullpen. He's projected for 21. I don't love that. Oh, this is the other thing I wanted to say. If you are behind, this would be my advice. If you are behind and you're like, I need to chase, or if you, honestly, maybe I should do this. If you think the Brewers can steal a game, and if you think it's game 3, that's fun. And if you think it's game 4, that's fun too. Blake Snell is projected for 0 points right now. Okay. Blake Snell almost definitely will pitch game 5 if there is a game 5. So, and Blake Snell's been the best pitcher in this postseason. He's been lights out, shut him down in game 1. And if you're like, and obviously none of these pitching matchups are juicy. Like Glasnow for sure is the safer one. Glasnow is a great pick. Like I feel like he's probably going to get you somewhere between 28 and 34. You will take that when you compare it to Max Scherzer, when you compare it to Luis Castillo, definitely what the Brewers are throwing out there. And then even tomorrow with like Ohtani for sure, but that means you're taking Ohtani pitching stats over the hitting stats. But anyway, so if you think the Brewers could steal a game, I think you could get the best pitcher this entire game week, and you'll be like one of 10 people playing him. I don't think he's going to get clicked at all. And I was trying to talk myself into it, because if you think they can win a game, the Brewers can win a game. And I already know, like, my lower score is not that low. So it's like I can get freaky deaky with it if I wanted to by throwing Snell in there. That is kind of intriguing. All right. I'm just throwing it out there if you want to get weird. But anyway, so I have Brian Wu, Glasnow. I mentioned Blake Snell. I don't think I really have any other awesome pitching options. Like, I don't know if Logan Gilbert's pitching game 5. Who pitched game 1 for them? It wasn't him. It was Bryce Miller, right? So I would imagine Bryce Miller would pitch game 5. So if you're pitching Logan Gilbert, you're hoping it goes to 6. I know I think Logan Gilbert's kind of intriguing just because he looked really bad in his first outing, but I also, like, he was pitching on really short rest. I didn't love it. You got the Miz here, who should get a couple relief pitching opportunities. He's considered a starter. You also have Roki Doki Do, and then Mr. Gaussman, who I mentioned. I'm just going to plug in Glass now and not fuck around. Next, we got Munoz. I think I'm going Munoz over Hoffman. The Blue Jays have shown they're willing to pitch Hoffman lately in non-save opportunities, even if they're down. I think they did that in game 1 in a close game. So you can still get the relief pitching appearance if you want it. I don't think that's the direction I'm going to go. I think I'm just going to go Munoz. And then I think I'm just going to stack up the American League here. I think we're going to throw Vladdy Daddy in his little playoff Vladdy Daddy action. I think, I have options between Cal, Mookie, and Contreras here. You could do that. Miz could start game 4 if he's not using a bullpen role today. Yeah, that's a good point, too. Good point, too. Although I just don't think I want it. Cal, I think I'm going to take Cal there. And then I think this is going to be the unique play. This is the unique play that I have. I also realize I need to give my cards a little bit of a boost here, so I might do that before I submit this. But I think I'm just going to go Randy. I'm going to go George. And then I think I'm just going to go Julio here. And this will be the first time that I use flex or use a hitter in the flex. So basically all American League outside of my starting pitcher and Glass now. And again, I'm having a tough time deciding if that's smart or not. I feel like this is too safe. I feel like this is too safe, but again, I'm only chasing 4, and how aggressive I don't know. I think Randy and Julio are going to be the 2, or maybe Randy and Springer, right? Because again, as I mentioned, I think you're going to see Vlad in almost every lineup. I think you're going to see Raleigh in almost every lineup. And then I think, and then Ohtani in a lot of lineups. I think those are going to be the 3 most consistent plays. And then after that, you'll see some Springer, sure. You'll have some Randys. You'll have some Josh Naylor, I think, will be clicked quite a bit as well. He's got some upside. I think the reason I end up landing on Randy, my favorite thing about a Rosarena, and again, he hit kind of the equivalent of a garbage time home run last night. But what I love about Randy is he can go 0 for 4, a walk, and then like steal 2 bags and score a run. And then all of a sudden we're like, all right, hell yeah, that's like 14. We'll take it. So I like Randy. I like a leadoff hitter in this situation. Same thing with Springer. Jump Shoot saying you have Springer over Randy right now. Jump Shoot, you can build the lineup, then go back and boost XP cards, then edit the lineup and resubmit it. Yeah, that's what I got to do. So I'm not even going to submit it. I'm just going to, I'll X all of this out and then go do it. Also, look at Magic Murillo in the chat. I feel like I got a handle on it, and now I'm screwing it up more because it's in my head. He dropped some content today, put on some Sorare NBA stuff. Put the link in our the NBA Bit Discord. So if you haven't checked it out yet, go take a look-see, baby. Go take a look-see. Have some fun with that. Go check out his content. We love it. Full disclosure, haven't seen it yet because I've been out and about today, but I'm going to go check it out later tonight. All right. Sean said you're going Vaughn, Raleigh, Rodriguez, Jimenez because that's all I got. Yeah. That is part of it too. Like we're in a situation where, we're down to 4 teams. You play what you got. You play what you got. I didn't mean to stop sharing screen. Let's go back over there. Let's clear this out because again, we got to do some I don't have a lot of boosties left though. I don't have a lot of boosties because I don't do a good job of playing the challenger. Like I only have 291. So let's do that right now. Let's boost these bad boys. Let's boost them. Let's see what we got here. Let's see. Do we just boost Julio down by the schoolyard? Right. That's just gonna yeah, and that's it. Let's just boot. Or do we boost Class now? Let's just boost Class. Let's boost Julio, whatever. I wanted to go back to the chat. Let's look at some of these lineups here of the guys that have been putting up the monster numbers. Because one other thing we'll run into is people like my situation where the drop score is not going to help too much. That really will help some teams who have bad scores, right? I kind of haven't figured out the math. Like Jump Shoot, what did you say your lowest was? 134. Like how much is that going to help you when that lineup is dropped? Let's see what else we got. Of course, man. Content creators helping content creators. Everybody go check it out. Sean says with Woo, Banda, Gilbert as flex, I think. All right, that makes sense. 156. 156 was your lowest one. Yeah, so how does that I can't really figure out how that will adjust the standings. I feel like that helps you more than it helps me because my lowest score isn't that bad. But anyways, let's look at Lublow. All right, so Lublow, his first look at these numbers here. Finished 9th for 268, 2nd for 251. Dropped the second bomb. That's when Vladdy went nuts. He had Vladdy and Jackson. Then he had an 18th. So his lowest score is his lowest score is 214. Holy moly. A 214 lowest score is crazy. That's why he's got 998. How about Link? Let's see what Link's got over here. Linky Dink Dink. Put up, so he finished 10th. Let's see, that was Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo with Blake Snell, and then he woke up with a new Otani. Man, Crochet. Look at like that young no beard Crochet. Dropped 46 in the relief pitching. That's pretty sick. Mookie Betts. Look, these cards are still so sick. I love these cards. You got Judge over there. Mr. Tatis. Okay, that was 10. Followed that up with 21st. This was his second highest lineup. Again, Scooble and Snell. Munoz, Otani with the 1, Mookie with the 2. That's crazy to come in 21st knowing Otani and Mookie Betts combined for 3 points. That's what happens when Vlad drops 55 on your ass. Then he came in 15th. Mostly Mariners, right? Logan, Munoz, Cal, and Julio, and then Judge, Otani with Julio. That -3 is brutal. And then Schwarber bomb. Schwarber went for 39. And then this last one here, 253. So his lowest is 215. Man, those are some good lineups. Let's go check out Jump Shoot. Jump Shoot, considering your lowest score is like 150 something, it's pretty impressive. How far you've done. You said when your World Series score takes over your lowest score, that's when the real race starts. Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Like I wonder if I'm not really in 4th place. You know what I'm saying? I guess it depends. Also, everybody's banking on the World Series going nuts, man. Like if one team just wins like 2-0, 3-0, 4-1, 1-0, and then it's a sweep, it's going to be really disappointing. All right, let's go look over here. All right, so Jump Shooty with a second right out the gate. Although maybe is this the first one? I can't tell. Whatever. Highest lineup. He had Scooby and Yoshi. And then, yeah, man, Teoscar Hernandez, huh? I feel like that was an underrated play for the Dodgers. You know, if you thought that was going to, because I think a lot of people thought the Dodgers series were going to be kind of short series, right? And then Teoscar Hernandez just dropping haymakers, just hitting bombs. Anyways, then he had Mookie with 34, Teoscar with 51, Manny Machado with 20. The next following week, Munoz again with the 35. Solid game week from him. You also got hit with the 1-2 out of Mookie and Otani. Then you had, Scooby and Kirby. Mr. Yelich had 16, and then Jackson Churio with 44. You followed that up with 156 points. So this is the one that essentially should drop. You had Gilbert and Yoshi with the 6. Yeah, we all got Yoshified. Then you had Munoz, Cal, Jorge Polanco, Julio, who decided -3 was good for him, and then Vladimir. And then this past week finished 22nd. We both did the Yoshi Snell thing. Then you had Munoz, Otani, Cal, Springer, and Vlad. So yeah, again, I just wonder how different our lineups are going to look for this game week. Like, I can't really tell. We can look at mine here just for a second, just a reminder. So that first game week, right, we went Crochet and Chapman. That was so sexy. Scooby with 49. Even Trevor Story, we got that right. He had a great wild card. Okay, I didn't realize that NBA Sorare had common streaks. They give out cash. Yeah, baby. The Padres really let me down here with Manny and Tatis. Those are like buys I made for the playoffs because I was like, oh yeah, the Padres are going to go deep, kid. And then Judge was bad too. Second week here is one of my lower. So yeah, we started with 234. We got helped out by the Story and then Scooby, Crochet, Chapman experience. Followed that up there with 186. And this is pretty disappointing. I believe Bush hit a home run in his first at bat and then did nothing the rest of the series. Kyle Tucker was pretty disappointing. Got a rough start from Kirby. Munoz and Jackson Churio kind of saved us in that one. This is the one that we were dropping. I mentioned Yoshi got his ass kicked. Gilbert dropped 44. We had Julio Rod with -3. We did get Judge right. We finally got Judge right with his 48. Cal with 34. Randy was fine with 17. And then again, as I mentioned, Randy with 45, the double pitching performance from Snell, and so on and so on. I do think there is there's at least a 35-point gap. 25-point gap here between 4th and 10th. So stuff is still pretty close. It's still pretty close all the way around. And I really do think Jump Shoot said he posted his lineup here in the Discord. I'll see what it is. I'll let you know. I'll read it to the people right now. He's got Glass now, and then so we both have Glass now, Munoz, Raleigh, Spring. Okay, so the only difference is, this makes me feel bad. The only difference here is Otani versus Randy Arozarena. So I really am banking on I'm really banking on the Mariners series going much longer than the Dodgers one. Otani's been a little bit cold lately, right, from the plate, but that's not going to last. Otani's too good for that to last. But I wonder, I don't know, what are your guys' thoughts? Do you think, like, do you think people are just playing the cards they have at this point, or is there like this amount of thought going into it, or are you just like, I don't know, if I have Otani, I'm playing Otani. I'm not going to not play Otani. Because I thought about picking him up. I did think about picking him up, and I was like, I still kind of want to chase down. I just want to chase down. I want to chase down these guys in front of me. A nice little, what is it, $300 gap between fourth and third place. And then, I mean, I think second place isn't completely out of the question. I do think first place is probably going to be tough to beat there, 998. Like, because even if he has a really bad performance where I catch up, we know that bad performance is going to get dropped. So I do think it's going to be hard to catch Lovell. Do you feel that way, Jump Shooter? Do you think we're kind of just playing for second at this point? And I guess the percentage boosts really come into play at this junction too, and that's kind of why I stepped it up and picked up a couple more playoff cards for that extra boost, even though I didn't want to. But I'm trying to keep the lights on in John's apartment. Trying to keep the lights on. You think there's still a shot at the top prize? All right, there we go. Yeah, only one lineup is hard too. I know. I was going back and forth too because I think everybody's going to play Munoz, so maybe it makes sense to play Hoffman instead. But I don't know. The good news, I think I want Seattle to make it to the World Series because just from an ownership, like my gallery perspective, having Kirby, I have Wu, I have Gilbert, I have Munoz, I have Randy, Julio, and Cal. So like that's a good spot to be in. The Dodgers, I actually don't have a ton of ownership in. The Dodgers, I have Glasnow, Roki, Snell, and Yoshi, along with Mookie Betts. I don't own an Otani. I don't know. It seems like the prices have come down a little bit too, obviously, outside of the playoff stuff. And I think that's because I think a lot of people who play baseball also play basketball. And with the market opening up in the NBA in the last week or so, I think you're seeing some more money being used or funneled over there. And I mean, the games are winding down, It's harder to get, I think, like the excitement level comes down a little bit when you see you can use like your gallery gets cut in half and then it gets cut by 60%, 75%. You know what I'm saying? Every time a team gets eliminated, all of a sudden these options come out. But I've had a really good time with this chase. Obviously, I feel that way because I'm in fourth place right now. So there's that. Jump Shoot says the Jays would get home field over the Dodgers. Dodgers get home field over Seattle. Oh, that's interesting. I would have assumed Seattle did because they were a 2 seed, but the Dodgers had a better record than Seattle, I guess. Patrick saying boots on the ground. Weather's pretty nice in Cali. That ball carries when it's warm. Also, it's a weird start time, and that is somewhat concerning. Yeah, weird start time. Also, I was hearing some concern that maybe we had some juiced balls in Seattle last night. Shout out to our guy John Warner from the Badge Bros was saying that maybe the ball was a little bit of a. He's saying that you don't usually see that ball leave Safeco Field. It was jumping. The ball was jumping. Patrick, you going to this Dodgers game? Well, you're not in LA. Forget it. You're not in LA. But a good sports night, right? You mentioned the game starts early, so I think what do we have? A 6:00 start time and a 9:00 start time? Is that right? Let's see. Well, it's probably like 6:08, or is it 5:08? Let's see what time it starts. We have 6:08 start time, which is 3:08 in Los Angeles. And then we have an 8:33 and 8:33 start time in Seattle. Surprised they're doing it at 8:33 and not 9. I wonder why. Yeah, that Alejandro Kirk, that was a bomb. Jack. Also, speaking of ownership, I guess I have a lot of Blue Jays too. I do have a Gaussman. I do have a Hoffman. And then I do have Vlad, Springer. I think I have Kirk. I think I have Luke's too. Yeah, 3:08. Yeah, 3:08. But yeah, anyways, 8:33 or a 5:33 start time for the Toronto-Seattle game. And then we also have Thursday night football, Steelers and Bengals. So a lot of sports tonight. NBA right around the corner. A lot of fun. Yeah, Jump Shoot, I should have mentioned him. I bet Polanco has played a little bit more than Naylor, right? He's been really good. Polanco's been nice. Patrick saying I can't wait for all the internet nerds to complain about how the Dodger Stadium is empty at 3 p.m. on a Thursday. I know. Although maybe it won't be, dude. Maybe it won't be. Nobody works anymore. Guys, I really hurt myself playing basketball this week. I'm in a lot of pain. My dog likes after he poops, he wants to run as fast as he can, like just as fast as he can. He sprints around, and I'm like dying. I'm dying trying to run after him right now. He's been great though. They not that you guys care about this, but they opened so there's a park not too far from us. It's like a 10-15 minute walk, not even. It's beautiful, Astoria Park. It's like right on the East River. It's really, really nice. But they had been working on the park. It had been like kind of the 80% of it had been shut down for like a year while they like resodded it and like did I don't know. Honestly, I don't know what they did. But they opened it today. And I gotta tell you, it was like taking the dog to Disney World, like if a child was going to Disney for the first time because he sensed we were going on a different walk. Like he was like, "Hey, we haven't done this in a while. Hey, we haven't done this in a while." And then as we were getting closer, he started picking up the speed. Like, come on. He got to the park and he couldn't believe it, just flying all over the place. And he's like older now. He doesn't do that too often, so it's pretty funny to just see him diving all over the place. And then when it was time to go, I was like, we gotta go. He just like sat down. He's like, no, we're not leaving, man. Like, just let me live here. Let me live in this park. It was pretty funny. It's Taylor. I did see MLB's Sorare MLB's own Taylor Meyer was in the streets of New York. I met him and his lovely wife on Tuesday night. We took in some baseball. We watched baseball on his phone because New York was showing the Rangers game or something. I mentally can't get to hockey yet, guys. I am such a postseason bro when it comes to hockey. Can't get there until we get to the postseason. It does not move the needle for me. I'm a box score bro when it comes to hockey. You guys want to poke around like NBA just a little bit? If you guys have more baseball questions or like Sorare MLB questions specific, let me know. We're gonna do the show one more time, BT Dubs. We're gonna do it one more time. One more time. We're gonna do it one more time next week. I think, right? We'll be able to do this. The World Series should be this. When would Game 7? When would the Game 7s? Yeah, we got to be able to do it. Anyways, we'll do this show one more time before the World Series, and maybe one time after the World Series. After the World Series, maybe we'll fire it up too. Check that out, and just like see how we did. Maybe we'll get whoever won it to do it. Part of you is tempted to scrap your challenger lineup so I can vault dudes and play the cash mission. I don't blame you. Friday, October 24th is the next lock. Okay. All right. Yeah, we'll definitely do a World Series lock. Yeah, dude, the Ivy news sucks, man. I was talking about it at the top. I got to tell you, that makes me a little bit more bullish on Asar Thompson. I'm a little bit more bullish on Asar. I think we're going to see him on ball a little bit more now. Anyways, what else was I going to say about that? The cash mission. All right, yeah, we can look at that. Let's look at the cash mission. I have not looked at it, for being honest. All right, what's the cash mission? Singles, just a little single. I don't think I have anybody playing. Reese Hoskins. Why isn't Reese Hoskins in there anymore? Let's just click Reese. Oh, I forgot I had Trevor McGill though. Reese Hoskins, Danny Jansen. Who do I have? Remember Bowden Francis, Alejandro Kirk. Maybe Kirk gets a single. Luke Rayleigh. Do we get a Luke Rayleigh? Oh, I have Suarez. Why do I have Suarez sealed? That's fun. All right, hold on. Let's get Danny Jansen out of there. Let's get Danny Jansen out of there. And let's put in Alejandro Kirk. So Kirk, Suarez, and then we got Reese Hoskins. Where is Reese hurt? Is he out there? Remember Garrett Mitchell? He was somebody I was excited about too. There we go. Taylor's back. Wow, poor Reese, dude. Reese has been free Reese Hoskins. Free him. Yeah, but maybe let's do this. Yeah, I forgot I had Suarez, dude. I forgot I had a Yohinho because he was on the Diamondbacks. I just forgot. That's okay. I'm not playing him anyways. You see did you see the bubble gum he blew last night? You guys see the shot of that? Just like a bubble. Just it was huge. Huge. Let's pop over to the NBA side of things just for a second. Might be worth locking some for $5. Yeah, I don't think so. That's too much work. Maybe I can build the daily lineup though. I haven't built the challenger lineup either. I'm not gonna do it yet. I'm not gonna do it because then I'm gonna if I change my mind, you know. All right, let you guys want. Oh wait, what's this shit? So the NBA did a thing, the mega cart. I forgot about the mega cart. I don't think. Listen, if the team at So Rare is watching right now, I think it's great. I think what you're doing is awesome. It's great. It's a great deal. Great shout out to Mega Cart. All right, everybody else, listen closely. I don't think you should go do that. It's not worth it. It's overpriced right now. All right, let's rip up the free. Let's look at the free pack. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got the free pack. And then I'm gonna show you, and then we're gonna build some lineups. We're gonna build some lineups. I don't know why we're doing ASMR now. Guys, you know what I'm excited about? I picked up some beer for tonight. Southern Tier pumpkin. All right, little Southern, and they don't have them around here very often. I think I told you this the other day because I got them like last week or 2 weeks ago. They had a caramel version too. Not touching that though, but they got the Southern Tier, baby. Also, I learned that Taylor is a sour guy. Taylor is a sour guy. I am too. Usually it's seasonal for me though. I really like them in the summertime. In the summertime. Also, don't forget to set your So Rare softball lineups for me because we got a big doubleheader. Well, hopefully a doubleheader. All right, we got a game at noon. If that's the semifinals, if we on Saturday, if we win, we play in the finals on at 2:00. Could be a doubleheader. Huge day for me. Huge day for me. All right, your guys leading off, and our shortstop's not there tonight. This weekend. So instead of your boy platooning the outfield, diving all over the place, you will be starting shortstop. No video, we'll get some video. We'll get some video. People don't know this about me, but I'm pretty sure I lead the softball league in home runs. I'm pretty sure I do. Wait, hold on. Wait, hold on. Have you never had Southern Tea? It's not pumpkin, it's pumpkin. Pumpkin, excuse me. Have you never had Southern Tier? Also, I am a milk drink. I have big fucking bones, bro. Also, I forget I'm on the So Rare channel. Probably shouldn't be saying I got big fucking bones, bro. Yeah, I know we still got the daily lineups, but I said that I'm not gonna do those yet. I don't want you to see them. I don't want you to see them yet. I gotta do because I still have to enter my main lineup. There you go, Sean, you freaks. But anyways, yeah, big softball weekend. We're gonna be playing a lot of shortstop, a lot of diving around. Milk to save the acid reflux. Yeah, that's for real. I've had Tums twice this week. God, it's brutal. It's brutal. And then I've been listening to like just podcasts that are freaking me out about getting older, man. Although I've been doing a good job with my diet for like a couple years now. We've been good with it. More salmon, more greens, more exercise, you know? Anyways, let's do this. Let's rip this thing. You don't get milk out west? Oh, you don't get Southern Tier? I can't believe you've never heard of it. It's excellent. It's really nice. I don't like pumpkin beer. I don't, but this is like my one seasonal. All right, let's see what we got in this pack. RJ Barrett, let's go. Pride of Canada, come on down. Kevin Love, see you never. Jameson Battles, see you never. Neesmith, let's go. Holiday, there we go. Look at that. Look at that. I don't even know. Do I have can I buy one of these? Like, what's my essence situation? Whoa, 585. Look at that. 4,000 common essence, huh? How about that? What you think about that? You guys want it? Should I buy a pack? We can buy wait, what is this? What are these emeralds? What's an elite pack? What are gems? Hold on. What are gems? These are gems are new, right? Have gems been explained? Elite gems. I need a gem. I'm so confused by this. Sure, I could look it up. It seems like I don't have any gems. You got to buy the gems? How much do gems cost? Okay, this is guys. You know what this is? This is like Candy Crush, right? Isn't this Candy Crush? And these are for common cards, right? This is common packs that we're looking at. This is as hey, listen, as the official chat of the So Rare, you tell me, bro. You tell me. All right, we're not doing this, guys. We're not doing this. This is no thanks, no thanks, no thanks. All right, we're not gonna. What other things can you get down here? So this is North. Oh, so you can buy division packs, premium packs. This is basic, bitch. All right, we don't. Let's just. What's benched? What does benched mean? These bench players, guys that have been benched. Why would you buy these ones? We're gonna buy one though. Let's fucking buy one. Who cares? Oh, here we go. Here we go now. Early access. DeAndre Hunter, Alex Sarr, Johnny Furphy, Carl Anthony Towns. Let's go. Nikola Topic. This is a baller ass pack. This is a baller pack. Yeah, dude. I was. You know what game? There was a golf game that I got really obsessed with that I would want to buy stuff for. There was a golf game. I'm gonna buy another one. This is fun. Let's continue. That was a good pack too. I'll buy another one of those packs. Look at that. All right, we got Alex Sarr. Let's buy Division 1 this time. I think I have enough. Let's buy Division 1. Let's buy. This division's pretty good for stuff, right? You could get a Giannis, a Giddey, a Cade. Let's do this one. Let's do this one. All right, here we go. Bobby Lobby, the Bobby Portis, Ryan Roll. Fuck me, dude. Don't get me wrong. Are you kidding me? Thomas Bryant. Get the fuck out of here. All right, we got Pascal Siakam. We got Spicy P. We got a Spicy P. We got a Spicy P. Man, I'm thinking more about this Jaden Ivey thing, and it's just brutal because I was pretty out on the Karis LeVert price point and a lot of fantasy stuff, but man, I feel like it's gonna get there now. All right, let's see. I've got a couple of notifications. What are these notifications over here? What happened? We can claim. Oh, buy a pack, claim it. There we go. We just bought a pack. That means we're gonna buy another pack, I think. What's the other one? Level up with a player. Let's level up. Let's level up Siakam. Let's level up people I like. Hunter, Sarr. We can do one more. Carl Anthony Towns. Level it up. That's pretty good. Okay, what was the other thing that I could do though? Claim. Yeah, that's great. Claim. Oh man, well, guys, we're gonna keep buying these common packs. This is fun. This is fun as hell. Is there something? What's the other? What's the other thing? What's the other notification I have right now? Oh, collect. What do we got? Own common cards from the NBA. There we go. Huge, dude. Huge. We get that XP, baby. All right, let's go back to the market. And then I'll show you some actual common shit that I bought. Let's look at the common packs. Common packs, please. All right, let's buy another one of these. These are fun. I'm enjoying this. You think this comes to baseball next year? Let's see. Derek Queen. There we go. Rookie. We love to see it. Jalen. Oh, we'll scrap that shit. Kevon Looney, who just got hurt. Big old Sabone. Marcus, my boy's wicked smart. Sabonis injury is a little bit nervous. He little hammy. I don't know how serious it was, but we're gonna do another one of these. These packs are fun. Let's go. Let's open it. Trendon Watford. Oh, Colin Murray Boyles. I think he's legit. Mitch Robb, our guy Mitch Robb. Grady, big ol'. Say it with me. Josh Green, see you later. See you later, bro. All right. I don't think I have any left, right? I think that's all I had. Okay, yeah, I get it. You don't have to show me this part. I don't find that part to be exciting. Yeah, we're out of essence. All right, so this is what I've been scooping up lately. In the NBA streets. Again, if you guys still have baseball stuff, though, holler at me, bro. The Jaden Ivey thing sucks, huh? He's going to be out a month, as I mentioned. Just got him. Awesome, sawsome. Jericho Sims. Can't believe I got that. Peyton Pritchard over there. Ryan Kalkbrenner. You got Mr. Furphy. Triple J. Kristaps Porzingis, Luka Magic, Anthony Simons, Nick Clifford, Oso Iguodala, Drew Smith, Ronnie Holland, Josh Wynot, Minot, Jalen Clark, shout out Aaron Borland, Mr. Nembhard, Vince Williams Jr., forgot I got that one, Jovic, Watford, there's Giannis Antetokounmpo, KPJ, KAT, Jairus Walker. Look at this bad boy, though, Nikola Jokic. Wait, what do I have can I level this up? Yeah, let's level it up. Level it up. Let's level up Catmandu. We got 2 more levels up. Let's level up JB. Are you with me? Yeah. Let's level up. I think Josh Minot's going to end up being a good player, man. He looks awesome. Josh Minot looks awesome. But anyways, that's what I've been rocking with. Is it worth it to get Knicks preseason ticks just to go to the Garden for the first time? How much are the tickets? What are we looking at here? What are we looking at here for tickets? I do love going to the Garden. It's a really cool experience. I think it's like weirdly, I can't believe I'm saying this. I actually think the arena is underrated, as crazy as that sounds. Like it probably won't feel like that tonight. Although, man, Knicks fans are crazy, so maybe it will. It is like a really great place to see a game. And I'm not a Knicks fan, but I love it there. So $80 to get in is kind of tough. That's tougher. Well, hold on. Let's look up. Let me see who they're playing tonight. I know you could tell me, but I don't care. I want to look myself. Okay. Oh my God. All right. So the Knicks are playing. Okay. So it's not. I forget you're here so long. They're playing Charlotte. Absolutely not, dude. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You can't do it. You can't pay $80 for that. I mean, LaMelo might be fun if he plays. I'm sure he's playing. But can't do that. $80 for the Charlotte Hornets. No way. No way. Just come back. Come back for it. Because I'd rather have you pay $150 to go see an actual NBA game than $80 to go see the Hornets. You know what I'm saying? Also, we could just, hey, John, next time Taylor's in town, I need tickets to the Knicks. Okay. Okay, John. I was gonna see if I could go bid on it. I don't have a lot of cash left though, because I spent all my money. I wanted to go see if there was anything brewing right now in the auction streets, because I think I can spend up to like $5.50 right now. Marvin Bagley, there's our guy Bags, Shaden Hottie Potty. I just want more wheel spins. Real quick though, on the Essence Street, I wanted to look at this. Let's see if it'll. Okay, so. Looks like I have 3 of these 5-star clues, 32 of the court, 22 of the division. I think that's what that means. I still don't really fully understand, but it's exciting to have 4,600 there, which is cool. Who do you got for the AARP Bowl tonight? Flacco and Rogers. Actually, Patrick, I'll tell you what I got. I'm doing a little, what's it called? Showdown slate. We're doing some showdown slate tonight. Here's what we're rolling out. Jamar Chase and the captain. Okay, whatever. Aaron Rodgers in the flex. Joe Flacco in the flex. Chase Brown in the flex. Jonnu Smith in the flex. Drew Sample in the flex. So basically, fading Metcalf and the Steelers running backs, which seems pretty dumb, but But that's what I got. I don't know. I don't know who wins that game. I have no idea. Can you share some financial advice with us? Yeah, sure. Let's get into NBA Top Shot if you want to lose some money. Let's do the not financial advice. None of this is financial advice. Do what you love what you do. Something like that, right? Darnell Washington is a big boy, huh? He's a big boy. That is a good shout, though. Man, I can't believe how hooked on baseball I got this year. And this isn't an ad read or anything. Shout out to So Rare, though, because I had pretty much given up. And then I was trying to get back into the Red Sox this year, but they were pissing me off early in the season. So Rare kept me afloat. And then I got back into the Sox because Roman Anthony, they finally called up. But now I'm locked in. I'm watching all these games. I'm excited. They've done a really good job with the product. I hope it continues to evolve a little bit. Sean says, I haven't decided if I'm going to spend money for it. Wait, Sean, don't you normally play NBA So Rare? Am I making that up? Yeah, I mean, like, this is not financial advice. I have already spent too much money on Sorare NBA this year. Um, I love it. It's like my favorite fantasy game. I don't know if I'm allowed to say other fantasy sites while I'm on the show, but I used to be a big DraftKings and FanDuel NBA guy for me. I used to do it a lot, and I was pretty good at it. I was pretty good at it. We won the $88 contest one time. Shipped a 50K. We shipped 50K. We've done it a couple. Well, no, we haven't done 50K a couple of times. We've had a couple of 5-digit scores. Um, I since then I found those to be time consuming and honestly a lot harder as time went on, as people got sharper. I think so rare, and I'll also give underdog for best ball a little bit more of a shout, because I find it is like, yes, it is still time consuming because you do have to be aware of what's going on around lock. And I think what's a little bit more challenging from NBA till MLB is that, like, the L10s are always moving around. So you can't, like for baseball right now, we're not thinking about it. It's like, okay, I'm going to play 3 Mariners and 2 Blue Jays. Good night. That's it. For NBA, it's like, well, Porzingis is going to be an awesome play the first 2 game weeks of the season. And then his cap's going to get right up around 32, 34, and then it's no longer going to be a sexy play because the cap of 17 is doubled. Same thing with these rookies. These rookies are crazy good players right now. And in 2 weeks, they will no longer be great plays. They'll be fine plays. And so, like, that part of staying on top of that can be a little bit challenging for sure. But I like the idea that it's like I'm checking in a couple times a week and that's it. I like too that the spike score is fun. Yeah, I'm loving the DK DFS, just starting reads. Like, yeah, on DraftKings, you're saying, or you mean there's like an account DK DFS who's great too. What's up, Weisberg? Saying you haven't been able to add SGA to your lineups, and yet he shows up in my collection. Sometimes you got to do a hard reset, like a little control. Is it Control Alt R? Sometimes that'll do it. Sometimes that'll do it. But yeah, I mean, I really do the So Rare product. I mean, obviously, I'm doing content for them. I like them, but I really have enjoyed it. I really have enjoyed it. And like, I didn't even have super success last year with the NBA. I think I won a couple of nice things early on, and then really like flamed out the second half of the year. And that's why I kind of pivoted towards limited, where I was like, let me just spend a little bit more, spend more money on better cards versus what I was doing in rare, where I was really trying to thread a perfect needle to make a winning lineup. With limited, it's like, okay, I'm going to spend a good chunk of change at the beginning of the season, but I'm going to have the cards that I'm going to play for most of the year. And if I lose, I'm not like, man, I just dropped a couple grand. I'm boned. You know what I mean? Like, it's a little bit. I know it's harder to win in limited than it is in rare, but I don't know. I'm excited about it. I'm just excited basketball's back. I'm excited we're in the World Series, baby. I'm good. I'm good to go. I'm good to go. Anything else you guys want to hit before we slowly wrap up here? We will have like I said, we'll have at least one more baseball show. We'll do it at least one more time, and then the NBA weekly show, which started I think 2 weeks ago. It's still cooking. We're still cooking, so we'll be doing that every week. I'm going to do a better job with guests in the NBA. Live Before Lock is going to return starting Tuesday night. Which, just a reminder, the NBA bit with Mike Zakarian. We got a marathon show on Tuesday from noon all the way till 8. We're going to be giving away some So Rare cards. We're going to be giving away NBA tickets. We're going to be giving away League Pass. We're going to be giving away cash because our friends over at MoonPay are sponsoring the show. You say, am I doing best ball content before the season starts? It's Hershey. Where you been? I've been doing best ball content for the last month. Where you been, bro? All those drafts on Elite Fantasy Sports. But yeah, come check that out. I got a new guest today too for that marathon show. Yaron Weitzman, who's got a new book coming out about the Lakers. He's coming on to talk about his new book. Very excited to have him. He's written one of my favorite basketball books, Tanking to the Top, about the Philadelphia 76ers. That is one of the most batshit reads of all time. It's excellent. Highly recommend it. Go check that out. Tanking to the Top. But yeah, go look that up. But anyways, he's going to be joining the show. We're going to have a lot of fun. And then that show ends with the very first Live Before Lock. So we'll be grinding the So Rare streets. It's going to be fun. Might need you to send me a message to this is This is a message right now. You want me to DM your wife, Patrick? This is a message right now. Kristen, listen. I need Patrick there. Patrick needs to be in Las Vegas. Not only does Patrick need to be in Las Vegas, but so does Parker. I need Parker there too. I need, honestly, your whole family should come. Unless Patrick, just give me a wink if it only wants to be you. Need you guys in Las Vegas. I think Sorare's probably going to be in Las Vegas for the Emirates Cup, right? There, we'll be out there doing experiences. We'll have meetups. It's the last time they're doing the semifinals and the finals there. I think after this year, it'll only be the finals. This is the last time we get to do it. Aaron Borland's going to be there. It's going to be a good time. So we need everybody there. We need everybody there, including Patrick. Without Patrick, it doesn't work because I need someone to show me how the craps tables work. And I need to, this right here is a Patrick coin. This is Patrick coin right here, baby. I feel it, dude. Honestly, this is the most Brooklyn I ever feel when I wear this hat. You know, I look like I'm pitching against the Savannah Bananas. You know what I'm saying? It looks like I'm pitching against the Savannah Bananas. Your wife and I are going to Germany in December. Where in Germany are you going, Sean? Where are you going? I feel like you just told me this in the chat not too long ago. Where are you going? But yeah, we need more people in Vegas, dude. Maybe, yeah, depending on maybe we do a dinner, put a dinner on the business. Oh, Munich, that's right. You went to Brooklyn today. There you go, Taylor. Where'd you go? Williamsburg? What kind of Brooklyn did we do? Dude, I was just looking at this type of vacation. I was talking with my wife about like just doing something somewhere else. Does Sorare got the hookup for London, asking for NBA London, asking for a friend. Are you in London, ECFC for life? I can put in a good word. I don't know. I don't know if they have the hookup like they did in Francais. When it was in France, it was probably a little bit easier because you could like look outside and say "Bonjour, Nico," and they could get you some tickets. So I don't know if they have the same setup, but I bet they're there. They got to be there. Maybe George St. Ledger is going to be there. God, it's freaking gray in the beard, bro. You were in Bushwick, I believe, and then Prospect Park and walk across the bridge to the Freedom Tower. Dude, you are a New York advertisement right there. Did you see my boy Zoran Mamadani? I used to live in Bushwick, except they called it East Williamsburg to charge me an extra $150 a month, I think. But it was definitely Bushwick. I play softball over in McCarran Park, which is in Williamsburg. Prospect Park's pretty, though. It's beautiful. Nice day for it in New York, too. Started out really cold, but this is like perfect weather. I went for a run today. That's how I was vibing. I went for a run today. Paid for it, though. Paid for it. All right. Now I'm talking about exercise. I'm wearing a hat. We got to wrap this up. Anything else you guys want to get off your chest before we get out of here? The NBA show, I think will probably be Wednesday or Thursday next week. It'll depends what's going on. The baseball show will be Thursday too. Best of luck with these sweats, man. I'm nervous. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I got to submit my lineup. What time is this? Did I not submit my lineup? When's lock? No, we said it was 6:08. Okay, I got time. Thoughts on congestion prices. There we go. Vacate down here and we go swim with the sharks. Wait, are you in you're in Portugal, right? Are you in Portugal? Right? Because no, Marco's in Portugal. Marco. Wait, where are you, Magic? Where are you at? Belize. Oh, fuck yeah. Let's get to Belize. I would love that. I will look. I got that travel bug right now. I'm ready to get out of here. Both because I like traveling and because it's stressful here right now. All right, let's call it there. Good stuff, everybody. Good work. Feels like a Friday, even though it's a Thursday, but that's okay. If you were watching over on the Sorare streets, on the Sorare channel, come check us out at Elite Fantasy Sports over at the NBA Bit. Make sure you subscribe to the Sorare channel if you are here right now. Oh, ECFC is Jamie Howard. Let's go. Did you just change your name, or is this? I wonder if this is when I stream to Sorare. This does that. I don't know. I don't. What's up, Jamie? It's good to see Jamie, dude. Jamie is a legend. Jamie is a legend in these parts. All right, Jamie. We'll see if we can hook you up, man. All right, everybody. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. A wonderful day. Thanks for hanging out. So rare to the moon, baby. So rare.